Here's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
On the ball. Straight 15. Straight 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Jones coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third to see. Jay's going to go. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay, 64 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Get up! Wait!
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Eagles offense trotting back out there, and believe it or not, yes, there are already some concerns on Philly Talk Radio because they just have not looked that sharp in the preseason.
And that's just how it is in Philadelphia. If everything's not perfect, people are going to start to rumble despite a Super Bowl win. And that evidence you're talking about, 5-0 shutout by the Cleveland Browns, who went 0-16 last year. That happened in week 3 of the preseason. They're 0-3 in the preseason. And is Nick Foles going to be their starting quarterback? That's what they're expecting on opening night against Atlanta.
They'll start out on the ground with a J. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go. Great 15. Watch, come on. Great 15.
On second down, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Go. 81. Watch, come on. Shift. 81. 82. Wrap.
Here's Wentz to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. They run, Devontae Freeman. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Get up.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Get up. Get up. Hey, right now, let him go.
On 3rd down, that's Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. They'll run it. Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Liz. 82. On flat.
Wentz now on first down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Hang in there now. Here we go. I'm waiting. It's that. Let's go. Great. Let's go. 81. 81.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Going long here for Wallace. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Wallace, 50 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Ryan on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, you know, Charles, just thinking back, it was around this time a year ago, Hurricane Harvey was devastating the Houston area and other areas there in southeast Texas. 1 year later, though, J.J. Watt's Foundation announced it had raised and given $41.6 million in the last calendar year.
That's phenomenal. And he was the NFL Man of the Year last season, and rightly so for what he did. And if I'm not incorrect, his goal when he started this to help all the people was $200,000.
41.6 million minus 200,000. That's a pretty good margin there.
That's a heck of a margin. Congratulations to J.J. Watt and his foundation and to everyone who contributed to help out the people in Houston.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. But with the incompletion there, gives us time to hit on the retirement, Charles, of Eric Decker. Of course, played for the Broncos, Jets, and Titans, was with the Patriots this preseason, but now he's going to step aside.
I think he had a fantastic career because look at it this way. Getting 1,000 yards in one season for a receiver, that's a career for most people. He did it 3 times. Best year in Denver in 2013, 87 catches, almost 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns. Congratulations on a wonderful career, Eric Decker.
This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, 63 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
81, 82, 82.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Going up top. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
Win. Shorty. 81.
Wentz now on first down. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Falcons! Tevin Coleman, 35 yards, and the Falcons have broken our tie.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Spins past another.
Oh, my man. So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Let's go. Watch 81, fellas. Watch 81. There we go. Let's go.
Now Ryan on second down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Get up! Wait! Wait! Hey!
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Wallace. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
Let's go.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
11, go. Get up!
On second down, Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's go. Get up. 21. 11.
To throw on second down. Ryan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Wait, let's go. Wait. Gun. Get up. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
21.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Let's go. Hey, Ford, Tokyo. Down. Very good.
On 1st down, Wentz. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down, Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Run. Go. Here we go. 81. Grade 15. Black.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Grade 15. Go. 82. Shorty.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a 1st down as well. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. The final shot before half for Wentz. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Let's go.
Bryant going to give to Freeman on the draw. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. To throw is Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Hicks in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Sproles, the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now it's Sproles. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. As we inch closer to the regular season, I'm just peering down at some of the preseason records. Right now, Ravens 4-0, Bengals, Panthers, Cardinals, all 3-0. I guess my question is, what stock do you put in these preseason records?
You know, the easy answer is nothing, because the preseason doesn't really matter. But some organizations do put more stock in it than others. Some of them want to win every preseason game. Others don't worry about that at all. Intel has told me that only one team has won the Super Bowl after going 0-4 in the preseason, and that was in a strike year, I believe, when Washington did it. So, for the most part, you just don't want to go winless in the preseason. But remember this, the Browns and the Lions both went 4-0 preseasons, then they went 0-16 in the regular season.
Speaking of winless teams, Eagles and Falcons both winless right now, could be Super Bowl contenders.
I still think that they're going to be, whether they go winless or not.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This time Ryan will throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the play.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Throwing now is Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Great. Run. Lion.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the gun, it's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Great 15.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Flush to his right. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hang in there now. Forward, go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They run again with a giant. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments. I can't believe I just brought that up because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Sheds, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 75 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
82. Great. Shorty. Lion.
Wentz now on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Big hold of the 30, and all the way up to the 33-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16, and they're going to have a third down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Trey 15, 81.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to look deep down the got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Shorty. Flag. 81.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go.
After the interception, here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Gosh, this game's felt a bit weird all along the whole way through, and no better play maybe exemplifies that weirdness than that safety right there.
Partner, you've got a tie game and time running out. You've got to be ultra careful down on that end of the field, and this could very well be the play that decides this football game.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2, so any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on. They'll begin the drive with Sproles. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Again, they'll run it. Again, it Sproles. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Wentz, and that is incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over.